Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Impact7. Today I'm going to be playing F1 2018. We're at the Austrian Grand Prix. This is my career with Red Bull. This is Season 2, Round number 9. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now. Really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Really would appreciate my road to 500 subscribers. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Look so free as usual. I'm in the description box down below. I'd like to say welcome to all my recently new subscribed viewers. Thank you. Okay, as you can see on screen right now, it's the driver standings. I'm currently in the lead by 21 points over my teammate Daniel Riccardo. I'm on a 2-race winning streak right now. Hopefully I can make it 3. Then it's Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc doing pretty well in the sidebar. Then it's Lewis Hamilton in 5th, Sebastian Vettel in 6th, Kimi Raikkonen in 7th, Valtteri Bottas in 8th, Kevin Magnussen in 9th, and finally Nico Hülkenberg in 10th. Then Constructors, we've got a pretty nice sizable lead over second place team Ferrari, with Red Bull in 1st. Then it's Mercedes, level on points with Ferrari, so it's all to play for second place there. Then it's Force India, not too far behind Ferrari and Mercedes. Then it's Sauber, Haas, Renault, Williams, Toro Rosso, and finally McLaren. Now then, let's change all these components. I'm not going to get any penalties for them. Gearbox is 57%, but only needs to last this race, and then that's it. I'll be able to get a brand new gearbox without incurring any penalties. So hopefully the gearbox should be fine. Hopefully. Okay. R&D in progress. We've got an engine power ignition system, which is going to be ready for my home race, which is the next race, the British Grand Prix. It's a major part. We've got, I think we've got just over 700 resource points. So after this race, we'll be able to get a couple of nice components, maybe even a major one. My team goal right now is qualify 3rd or higher. I'll get 5 extra resource points. Got 2 weekends to do this either in this race or in the British Grand Prix. As you can see, my current contract value is lower than my value, so that's encouraging. But aside from that, let's look at the weather forecast. So it's going to be dry throughout both qualifying and the race. That's good. Don't want to repeat of last time out in the French Grand Prix where it was that one lap. The final lap, it was just a downpour of rain, and I was on dry tyres and I was struggling to go around. Okay. In addition, as you can see, my rivals, I've picked a new rival. It's Lewis Hamilton. I'm beating my rival Daniel Riccardo 12-8, and just getting started with my rivalry with Lewis. Okay, everything's done there. Yeah, everything's done. Let's go to qualifying. Difficulty is on ultimate. This is a 25% race.
Thank you for joining us once again for today's qualifying session. Sit back, relax, and enjoy what we hope will be a fantastic contest for pole position. So then, Ant, it's another Grand Prix weekend, another exciting qualifying session ahead of us. What are you going to be looking out for over the next few minutes?
The first question is going to be who can avoid making mistakes. There isn't much margin for error in qualifying, and you have to bear in mind that the track conditions may have changed since practice, particularly as we've had a few support races in the meantime. If the brake bias settings, for example, don't take this into account, it's extremely easy.
Right, we've lost telemetry. We've lost pretty much all sensor information. It's being looked into now, so just bear with it for a few minutes if you can, please.
Really? So I think that's 3 race weekends in a row now I've had an issue during qualifying. My DRS has failed twice in consecutive weekends, and now this. Oh boy. Alright, as usual, my card setup that I'll be using for this live stream will be in the description box down below. Okay. So quickest is a 1 minute 5.8 from Perez. It's going to be interesting to see what I can do. Speed things up a bit. Okay, that's fine. Let's go out there. And let's see what we got. Z-Type, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. Here we go. Didn't hit that outside curb. Took that first corner really nicely, I think. Let's see what my sector time is compared to Leclerc. It's currently the fastest. Fastest first sector. By almost 2 tenths, so looking good so far. You're good, nice to hear that. I'm good, thanks for asking. Okay, I haven't hit the curb on the outside so far of any of the curbs. Of any of the corners, I should say. So this is a smooth lap so far. 2.5 tenths up on second sector. So far, so good. Now this corner here can be a bit tricky. Okay, wasn't too bad. Final corner. DRS, what's my time going to be? 1 minute 5.1. Okay, I'm happy with that. Didn't really catch any mistakes during that lap. Really happy with that one. Almost got into the 1 minute 4s. Okay, so far so good. Looking promising. Definitely competitive. I only did 1 lap and it took 6% out of my tyres. Okay, so clearly the Ultra Soft are not going to last very long. But 6 tenths quicker than my teammate. Very happy with that. Let's see. So the first sector, I'm a tenth quicker than my teammate. Second sector, I'm slower by 1/1000th of a second. Basically nothing, to be honest. But it's the third sector where I seem to have gained a huge amount of time, half a second. Okay, so it's really the final sector. That's encouraging. It's definitely encouraging. Alright. Alright. Perez, he's the fastest, 205 in the speed trap. Okay. Looks like he's diving into the pits. Ocon not doing... Hold on, so... Perez is 5th right now, Ocon 7th. Okay, so there's not much between them. Charles Leclerc 3rd. Fastest in the speed trap, 206 miles per hour. Now let's follow him around. Let's see what he can do. Go around the final corner. 1 minute 5.7. Okay. What do you think about the end of the season? I'm guessing you're referring to F1. It was pretty entertaining, particularly the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It was pretty entertaining. I feel sorry for Bottas because he has really been the wingman for Lewis Hamilton this season. He's had a number of chances to win the race.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 5.1.
He's had multiple chances to win races, but whether it be the fact that he had to give up his pace to Hamilton, or he had an issue like in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, where he was in the lead and then all of a sudden he had a puncture. I felt really sorry for him. So I guess a frustrating season would be the best way to describe his season. Vettel, I'd say disappointing, because honestly he should have won the World Championship, to be honest. Particularly during the Italian Grand Prix, the Singapore Grand Prix, 2 races Ferrari should have won but didn't. So it's encouraging the fact that how competitive Ferrari were this season, but at the same time it's disappointing because once again, late stages of the season they let themselves down. So I'm hopeful next season they can come back stronger and possibly even win the championship with Leclerc as his teammate. That's going to push him even further. For Mercedes, I'd be very, very happy with what happened. Not necessarily with Bottas, but with Hamilton, considering Mercedes didn't have the fastest car throughout the season, and yet they were still able to get results. Germany, silly mistake from Vettel from the lead. Ultimately, Hamilton was able to win that. Italian Grand Prix, Hamilton won that. Singapore, Hamilton won that. Particularly in Singapore, where Mercedes don't normally do well, they were able to win. So ultimately, for Mercedes, I'd be very satisfied, very happy with that on Hamilton's end. On Bottas's end, he did his job, basically, which was to be wingman for Hamilton. So I guess they'd be satisfied with him. Red Bull, I'd say, I think they'd be okay with this season. In terms of the fact that their engines kept on dying or they had some sort of mechanical issue, they'd be very disappointed with. What happened with Riccardo, I think it was at one stage, it was at 6 of the last 7 races. At one stage, he was retiring, and at one stage he said that his car was cursed. I can't blame him for saying such a thing because it definitely looked like it. The start of the season for Verstappen was pretty bad. He was basically turning F1 into demolition derby, crashing into everyone, particularly in China where he hit Vettel. But the latter stages of the season, I thought Verstappen did very well. He's probably the best driver in the latter stages of the season, collected the most points, I believe. Leclerc, thought he did a pretty good job considering the car he was in. Gasly, I guess, would be happy with his season now he's moving on to the senior team in Red Bull. So there are definitely drivers in F1 who had good seasons. Definitely drivers who had bad seasons. McLaren, don't need to say anything about them. They didn't do too well. Though granted, Alonso was able to drag the car into good positions, good finishing positions. Williams, how the mighty have fallen. Not too long ago when they were actually challenging for wins at one stage, but they've just really fallen behind. So what's that? 3.5 tenths clear of Marcus Ericsson. Where did he come from? Okay, I didn't expect that. He's got the fastest first and second sectors. It's the final sector where I've still quicker, which is encouraging. Alright, let me quickly check something here. So, super softs. Oh, actually no, I get to see here. What have we got here? So the quickest was a 1 minute 5.8. I wonder whether I should start on the super softs. I'll think about that for now. Qualifying 1, the end of qualifying 1, we have 5 cars eliminated. We've got Brendan Hartley, Kevin Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, and Stoffel Van Dorn. Let's move on to qualifying 2. Verstappen is too reckless. I agree. Aggressive is one of them. Too aggressive at some stages, particularly when there are some times where you have to be strategic about who you're going to battle. Trying to keep a position is great and all, but by defending as hard as he does, you lose a lot of time. So, particularly with the Ocon situation in Brazil, if I was Verstappen, to be honest, I would have let Ocon through. He was on the quicker tyre, which was the super softs. He's not challenging you for the lead, so I would have just simply let him through, and then just control the race from there.
But on track, we should consider getting out there.
It seems to me when it comes to Verstappen, no one, no matter who you are, is allowed to pass him under any circumstances. That just seems to be the way he is. He's just moving forward. No one's allowed to pass me, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep people behind me, even if it's a lap car. So there are times where he needs to calm down in that aspect, but ultimately that ruthlessness, that aggressiveness is what makes him who he is. So it's a double-edged sword, to be honest. Okay, how many cars are out? 3 cars are out right now. I'm just going to go on the ultra softs as usual. Got to the low 1 minute 5s in the last last session. I'll leave it like that, to be honest. Just in case I make a mistake, I can always do another lap straight away. For those of you who don't know the rule, in qualifying 2, the tyres you do your fastest lap is the tyre you start the race with. So I'm going to try and do 1 lap on these tyres. If I have to do more than 1, I'm probably going to have to go into the pits and put on a brand new set of tyres. Okay, I've got 2 cars behind me. Surprisingly enough, my teammate, as you can see on the map on the bottom left, and a Ferrari are pretty close together. So them two could cause a bit of trouble for each other here. And I've got a car in front of me, not too far ahead. I think that's a Williams. Probably got to catch them at some point. Leclerc, once again, is top of the timesheet as I'm doing my lap. Once again, didn't hit that outside curb. Took that first curve very nicely. Got another car ahead of that Williams, so this is definitely going to be interesting. Once again, quick up. About 2 tenths once again compared to... Oh, a bit of a back end twitch there. Probably lost that 2 tenths I had up on Leclerc. Just slightly touched the outside curve there. No biggie. Up by 3 tenths. Rode that curb a bit too much. Catching up to this Williams. Might get a bit of slipstream. Oh, come on, Williams. Don't you... Oh, it's got you on my way. Getting slipstream 1:05.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
I think I might have been able to go a bit quicker there if the Williams wasn't in my way. Had to take a different line going out of that final corner. But ultimately, still got the exact same time, 1:05.1. That's encouraging so far. Once again, my final sector is what's really helped me out. Lewis Hamilton 2nd. Bottas 3rd. Sebastian Vettel 4th. Okay. Normally my starts aren't very good, so I'm glad to be careful.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:05.1.
Yep. Kimi Räikkönen's in 11th place. That's not, don't know what's going on with him. I'm thinking maybe he might have had an issue. Is Räikkönen out on the track? No, he's not. Lewis Hamilton is though. He's currently in 2nd place. Let's follow Lewis around. Let's have a quick look at my times compared to his. So 16.0. You know, he's gone quicker than me in the first sector. How's the second one looking? He's quicker than me in the second sector compared to his last lap. So I did a 29.1. Did a 29.9. What's going on there? Well, I'm guessing he's going into the pits, Hamilton, because that time's not... Yeah, it looks like he's going into the pits. Yeah, okay. I was wondering for a second why his second sector time was so slow, but okay. He's going into the pits. You should be happy with a 2nd place. 4th fastest in the speed trap. I need to figure out what mine is. That's one thing I would like to see is the speed traps. Particularly mine. 14th, don't need to worry about Stroll. Oh yeah, how's my gearbox doing? Because 59%. I'm hoping it can last the race. I'm hoping it can. Right, let's speed things up. I shouldn't have to go out again. It should be fine. Although, is Räikkönen... I want to see Räikkönen out on track, but he's not out right now. Because I want to see his lap and see if he can improve. He's currently in 11th place. Currently, he'll be eliminated from this session. Still in the pits. Okay, he's out now. He's on the out lap. Let's see if we can follow Räikkönen around. Here he is. Okay, we've got to follow Räikkönen around and see if he gets through to the next part of qualifying. Currently in 12th place. Hopefully at some stage in my career I'll be going to Ferrari, but we'll have to wait and see. In good position so far this season to win the World Championship, but this is currently the 9th race out of 21, so still a long way to go. Nice camera angle there. 8th quickest in the speed trap, 203 miles an hour. Going around 2nd to last corner. You could always lose the back end going through that corner if you carry too much speed. Could lose a lot of time on those curbs on the outside of that final corner. Here we go, his lap is starting now. So let's see what time he has to beat quickly. So Ocon 16.4 for the first sector. His first sector was pretty good first time round. He did the 16.3, but let's see what his sector is this time. It is a 16.1. Okay, good so far for Raikkonen. Then he does a 29.3 for Hulkenberg. Let's see what Raikkonen could do here. We can stay with Raikkonen throughout this lap. There's over 1.5 minutes left, so we should be able to stay with him throughout. Coming up to the second sector. Let's see what his time is. It is a 29.2. Okay, he's still quicker than Hulkenberg, so he's maybe a tenth or two up on Hulkenberg's time, so it looks like he's poised to get into the next part of qualifying. Final two corners here. Around the final corner, didn't go too wide, and his time is a 1 minute 5.8, 8th place. Okay, looks like he might just be able to get into the next part qualifying. Grosjean's on the bubble. Oh, Raikkonen just got through. Just got through. I think it was Leclerc who knocked Grosjean out. Alright, so. Whoa, Bottas got pretty close to me. Less than a tenth. Okay, so far I've been ahead in qualifying 1 and 2. Let's see if I can keep that going. Alright, the next 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 2 are Romain Grosjean, Nico Hulkenberg, Lance Stroll, Carlos Sainz, and Sergei Sorokin. Okay, Lance Stroll is in 13th place, so Williams are definitely improving. They really are, but they still need to improve quite considerably more. The Sauber, I'm really surprised. They might do better in qualifying 3, but I'm really surprised about the Saubers being there, considering the Saubers were pretty good in qualifying 1. But Perez, he's in and around the two front rows of the grid. Perez, so it's a little bit interesting. My teammate 5th. All right, here we go. Qualifying 3. Got to go out early, and then that should give me enough time to do another lap if necessary near the end of this session. Hopefully I only need to do 1 lap, because that will mean less wear on my gearbox. So let's get out there nice and early. Once again, got to try and aim for 1 minute 5, low 1 minute 5s. If I could get to 1 minute 4s, that'd be great. I think if anyone gets into 1 minute 4s, they're pretty much in pole, to be honest. That's the way it seems. Okay, brand new set of Ultras. Bit of a slide from the back end. Nothing to worry about. There's a car in front of me, but I think they're just far enough away where they're not going to interfere in my lap. Uh-oh, there's a Ferrari that's coming out of the pits. They might interfere in my lap. Bit late activating DRS. (16.0) as usual. One minute 6.4 from Marcus Ericsson. Nowhere near good enough to be on the front 2 rows of the grid. Maybe I applied the brakes a bit too early there, but carrying on nevertheless. Almost 6.5 tenths up on the fastest second sector, which is Perez. Looks like I might be able to get a lap time similar to the... No, back end! Oh my days, too much curb. Didn't affect me too much though. I was able to keep the car going. What's the time going to be? 1 minute 4.9. Now you see, if I hadn't made that mistake going through that second to last corner, I probably would have got a bit more into the 1 minute 4s. But 1 minute 4.9, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. The fastest first and second sectors, and then obviously it's the third sector where I really gain on the rest of the field. I think I might go out again just to cover anyone else. The AI normally does improve near the end of qualifying. So, though it's almost 3 tenths Lewis Hamilton's gonna have to pick up, to be honest, particularly in the final sector. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm hoping I can get pole position with this lap. First time anyone's been in a 1 minute 4s.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 4.9.
Okay, my teammate, who's the closest in the... Okay, here we go. I'm 7th in the speed trap. Whoa, why am I so slow? 7th in the speed trap. I'm genuinely stunned by that. 7th. I guess that explains why I'm not the fastest in the first and second sectors, because it incorporates long straights, the first sector and then the second sector. So that makes sense, I guess. And then the final sector is where it's a bit more twisty than the rest of the track. Okay, let's fast forward time a bit here. People should be doing their lap. Is he doing an outlet? Yes, he's doing an outlet. We won't be able to watch him finish his lap. Whoa, Marcus Ericsson, look at his time. Whoa, fastest in the third sector. Uh-oh, I might lose my position after all. Damn. Oh, man. Please, no one take my position. Please, no one take it. Yes, no one took it.
Here's a look at your top 3. Campbell, Ericsson, and Lewis Hamilton. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
Marcus Ericsson, where did this come from? Where on earth did this come from? Half a tenth. Marcus Ericsson, whoa, okay. I would have thought it was Charles Leclerc if anyone was gonna get this sort of position from a Sauber, but Marcus Ericsson, well done to him. Okay, can't underestimate the Sauber. Okay, pole position.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. It's always good to qualify at the front, isn't it?
Yeah, I never get tired of the feeling. It feels great. The chassis. Let's go with this one. Showmanship. Yep, need to increase that. So that's good.
Were those a bad omen for qualifying and the race?
Potentially, hopefully not. We're working on improving reliability. Potentially, it definitely makes me lose confidence. No, let's go with that one.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Okay. I choose my team goal already, which was to get 3rd place or higher. Qualified in pole position. I think that's my 3rd or 4th pole position of my career, so not bad. Home Grand Prix for the team, so hopefully I can translate this pole position into a win. Although I don't normally have good starts, so oh boy. Although I think this is the first time I've been on pole position and I had a Sauber next to me, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, winning my rivalry against my teammate and against Lewis Hamilton. Resource points. First driver bonus. Disciplinary record. Valid laps qualifying 1. Session participation. Result versus car performance. 60 got 921. Okay, everything's looking good.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
Okay, starting to pull away from the contract value, so I can answer a bit more next time round. How's my gearbox? 60%. I think I might be able to get away with this. I might be able to. Okay, let's see if I can get 3 race wins in a row. Consolidate my hold on the World Championship. Alright. Let's see how many poles. 5. I've got 5 pole positions. Okay. Alright, I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now. We do appreciate it. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate my road to 500 subscribers. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. It's as usual are in the description box down below. Also, please don't forget to hit that notification bell just so you can keep up to date with my latest content. And now we're moving on to the race.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Camber. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
Well then,
So Riccardo's in third place.
Session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Campbell lines up on pole position, with Marcus Ericsson alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Riccardo, Bottas,
Almost half a second slower than me, my teammate.
Perez, Leclerc, Vettel, Raikkonen,
Vettel in
and
8th
Roman
place,
Grosjean,
8th and 9th for Ferrari.
Stroll,
No
Lewis
way they're happy with that.
and Sainz,
Hamilton's in...
Sirotkin,
Whoa, took a
Hartley,
penalty.
Kevin
Okay.
Magnussen, and Fernando Alonso. Gasly and Stoffel
Look at
Van
McLaren.
Dorn completes the grid.
18th and 20th
Now
respectively.
it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Wow.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
Much appreciated. Okay. 18 laps. Want to have an extra lap of fuel. Should be fine. Okay. Let's go. As usual, since I'm on pole position, I'll be doing the formation lap.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
I'm still surprised Ericsson was able to get into second place. So Sirotkin's disqualified from the formation lap for some reason. Probably hit someone.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Okay, gonna make sure that my fuel mix is enriched. Normally I have to do that on the actual grid, but I'll make sure to change it this time around. I know if I can get into the first corner in the lead, I know I can control the race. But if I don't, particularly if I get some damage, particularly to the front wing, I know I'm gonna be in trouble. But I've dominated this race weekend. Finished in first in all of the qualifying sessions. Let's see how this race goes. Oh, Hamilton's here as well, so he got disqualified. Not a long run up to the first corner, but it's very tight though.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Here we go. Austrian Grand Prix is about to begin. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, so we are racing! Initially a good getaway, and then the AI is just pretty good off once the second phase of the start kicks in. No contact between me and Ericsson, still able to keep first place. Good, I'm happy with that. And let's see if I can pull away from the Sauber here. What was really good was the fact that it's not that far to the first corner. If it was like the Russian Grand Prix and how long it is to the first corner, then
Okay, that's a good start.
Ericsson
Keep it
would
up.
have beat me to it. So far so good. Looks like me and Ericsson's pulling away from my teammate here. Almost a second clear of Ericsson. I want to get ahead of him at least by a second, just to get it out of DRS zone. Whoa, back end, all my days. I need to make sure I don't touch that curb on the inside there. Unsettles the car too much. Right, let's put that down to high. Let's put that to standard. Ooh. Oh, my teammate got passed by Ocon. Okay, nicely done, Ocon. I wonder what's happening to my teammate. Looks like he might have an issue for him to be passed like that. 1.3 seconds clear, so I'm out of the DRS zone right now. Okay, my ERS is getting a bit lower than I would like. So I'm supposed to be pitting on lap 7. So I'm supposed to be on the super softs with 11 laps to go. Should be any rain. Still 1.3 seconds clear of Ericsson. Ocon recently passed my teammate, and Perez passed my teammate as well, so something's definitely wrong with my teammate right now. Maybe he had an issue, but he's been passed by both Force Indias.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
1.8 seconds clear. Precisely what I needed. So far, so good. On lap 3 of 18. I mean, Ericsson's pulled away from both of the Force Indias now. So Ericsson's doing pretty well. Got to pick up some decent points for the Sauber if we can keep this going. And also, I'm not pushing my car to its maximum right now, as you can see with the fuel mix and the ERS. Oh, he's taking some time out of me. Okay, Ericsson, okay. Not letting me get away.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
Yep. Okay, let's increase that. 2 seconds now. My teammate's getting passed by everyone. I guess this is helping me out because Riccardo's my closest rival in the Drivers' Championship. So the lower he goes, the more points I gain on him. Teammate.
Daniel sat in P6, 6th place. We're leading our teammate by 5.8 seconds. They're on old Ultra Softs. The time last lap was a 1:9.1. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
New strategy already. Oh my god, whoa. Lost a lot of time from that.
Understood, copy that.
No, carry on. I just stay away from some of these curbs.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
Looks like Perez has just been passed by, I think that's Hamilton? No, by Bottas and my teammate. So I don't know what's going on with Perez. Now Perez is getting passed by 2 cars now. So it looks like whatever's happened to my teammate suddenly woken up. all going off right now, particularly behind me. Is it just me, or does it look like Ocon starting to catch Ericsson? And obviously Ocon has to increase his speed because he looks like he's got Bottas for company. Rival.
Lewis is in P10 at the moment. The difference is 11.6 seconds. They're on old ultra softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 8.8.
Okay, this sector here is where I'm just destroying the AI here. New fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 7.6.
Our gap behind is 3.3 seconds.
6 seconds clear of Bottas, who's just passed Ocon. So now he's going to try and make a move for Ericsson. He's doing pretty well so far. Looks like it's Leclerc who's holding up Vettel, I think. He's attacking him right now. There we go, didn't touch the curb on the inside there.
Okay, we think the effects of the tyre deg are going to kick in soon. We should be alright for the time being, but you will start to find it a bit more slippery out there.
Okay. No problem. So far so good.
We want to pit this lap, so push now.
Alright, I'll push. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now, really do appreciate it. If you're enjoying the stream, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Really, really appreciate it. Fastest first sector. Back in, bit of a slide. Hopefully I can set the fastest second sector before I go into the pits.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Hold on, wait a minute. Ocon's got ahead of Bottas again. And my teammate got ahead of Bottas. What's going on with Bottas? He must have had a lockup. That's the only thing I can think of as to why he lost so many positions all of a sudden. Wow, there we go, fastest second sector, so definitely
Don't
putting
forget,
in the work.
Box this lap.
Put that standard, put that to medium. And let's dive into the pits. There we go. So far so good. First stint pretty good for me. Able to open up a gap to Ericsson. Ericsson's continuing. Looks like Bottas is coming in though.
Complete,
2.1.
go now.
Not bad time. Looks like it's Perez and Leclerc, I think, are in the pits as
Look
well.
after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Got to come into a bit of traffic. Don't like this, to be honest. Got a bit of traffic. Oh, a bit of fight going on ahead of me. I think that's Vettel. No, Raikkonen, my bad. It's Raikkonen and Hamilton having a fight, going side by side, DRS zone. Hamilton should have DRS, so he should have the position. I think that's Vettel just coming out of the pits. Why is he at the back of the grid? Something must have happened. Catch up to these guys pretty quickly. Catching them really quickly, look at this. I think, oh, is he going to the pits? No.
Daniel's in the pits.
No, he isn't. Oh, I had to brake there. I couldn't overtake Ocon. I had to brake. I've got DRS. This should be a formality. Ocon's still fighting me though. Yeah, I squeezed him out, forced him wide. Get DRS, another dose of DRS again. I didn't know whether Ocon was gonna. Not Ocon. Hulkenberg was gonna pit as well. Plus, the inside line was already covered by the guys who were going into the pits, Hamilton and Raikkonen. So I had to hit the brakes. still got a nice sizable lead over Ericsson. And Bottas is pretty, I think that is Bottas who's pretty close to Ericsson, or maybe that's Williams. Might be a Williams next to Ericsson on the map. Hold on, let me quickly check out the positions here. Okay, so it was a Williams. Okay, what's going on here? So we've got Hulkenberg, Lance Stroll, and Romain Grosjean in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th respectively. Marcus Ericsson is the only one who's pitted out of the top 5, except for me. So he's effectively in 2nd place. Then we've got Sergei Sorokin, Carlos Sainz, and Kevin Magnussen in 6th, 7th, and 8th, all having pitted. And then we've got my teammate in 9th place, who's the other guy who has a pit. I don't know how he's got there. That means effectively he's in 3rd place right now. Then Ocon, Brendan Hartley's in 10th. He has a pit, so he's gonna move. Then we got Ericsson. We got Ocon, who's in 11th. He's got pits, who's pitted, as well as Bottas. So effectively it's me in 1st, Marcus Ericsson in 2nd, Daniel Riccardo 3rd, Esteban Ocon in 4th, and Bottas in 5th. Okay, so that pit stop has really jumbled things around a bit. Okay, looks like Ericsson's going to be held up with Stroll. Stroll and Grosjean, I think, were the 2 cars in front of Ericsson. Fastest first sector. Control this race from start to finish. Well, guess I'm being a bit too confident, considering the race hasn't finished yet. To be honest, I'm not being as aggressive as I normally am around this track. 2 tenths up, nice, in the 2nd sector. Could be about to set a new fastest lap of the race. On it, 7.2.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap for the race.
7 seconds clear of Ericsson. How's my gearbox? 63%. Okay. I'm at 7.3. I'm at 2.5 tenths down on the fastest lap of the race.
Ericsson is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 7.8 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:8.2.
1 minute 8.2, so 7 tenths quicker than him. I'm happy with that. And Ericsson's has got a decent gap to my teammate. Looks like 5 seconds between him and my teammate. Had to lift off there. Looks like Lewis is in the top 7 right now. Done pretty well.
The gap behind us is 8.5 seconds.
Okay, don't need to look at that anymore. I seem to be doing pretty well even in this lower fuel and ERS mode. Still increase my gap to Ericsson. Just whoa, back end just as I turned in there. Got a touch of oversteer. My teammate's not too far ahead of Bottas, I think that is. Then he's got full Cindy up. And if I'm not mistaken, he's got Leclerc behind him as well.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
So it's all to play for still. In a couple of those positions. So far I think I've done pretty well with that first corner. It can be very tricky. I think I've got the handle of that corner as well, because the last 2 laps so far the back end hasn't stepped out on me like it normally does.
Tyres still looking good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as long as we can.
Okay. Oh, there's definitely a fight going on between Bottas and the Force India. I want to quickly have a look at this. Yep, I knew it. Going side by side. I think this is Ocon and Bottas. Who's got the DRS? I think that's Bottas who's got the DRS, and he's got the inside line, so he should have the position. Ocon is giving it up though. Bottas should have that. Yeah, I think he does. Although with that fighting going on, it's going to allow Leclerc to catch up to them both.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
90, I'm at 90 right now. Okay, I'll turn it up a bit. How many laps left? On that 15 of 18, so 3 laps left to go. Oh, yellow flag, what's going on here? What is going on here? I think that's a Ferrari. Might it be Vettel? Is it Raikkonen? No, he seems fine. So it's Vettel. Where is Vettel? I don't see Vettel, so he must already retired because I can't find him. Is this him? No, it's no, I can't find Vettel. So obviously he's retired, so that's why I can't find him. Wow, they're still fighting as well. Wasn't even looking for this fight, but looks like these 4 cars are really going at it. Bottas, Ocon, Leclerc and Hamilton. Let's see what happens here. Ocon, so who was I thinking that Leclerc was going to attack Ocon? Ocon decides, you know what, I'm going to attack Bottas going into the first corner, very tight first corner. Leclerc's right behind them both. What's going to happen here? Bottas is still in the lead, nicely done. But Ocon's going to have a good run with DRS as well. Oh, and Hamilton, so 3 cars have got DRS on Bottas. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
That's not what I needed. Damn. Safety car. Vettel, why'd you have to go do that for? Oh man, got a safety car out. Actually, I think it'll only be 1 lap. the race will restart with only 1 lap left, so that's not bad, I guess. It's this gearbox that's worrying me, to be honest. If the gearbox messes me up, there's no way I'm going to keep these cars behind me with all of them bunched up.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, safety car.
We're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car. The safety car is waiting for the leader. You may overtake it. Overtake the safety car.
Engineer, you should be fired. You're just giving me advice that could disqualify me from the race. And this, I guess I could go high. I guess I could go hot lap when the safety car goes in. Got quite a bit of ARS. Let's just keep an eye on the temps. Make sure the car's temperatures are good. Now then, when's the safety car going to go in? This lap or next lap? Goes in next lap, it's going to be just 1 lap.
Okay, the safety car is coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car is in the pit lane.
Okay, here we go. About to get going. Very slow. Ericsson's a bit further behind than what he should be. I'll take that.
Green flag. Green flag. We're racing again.
I'll take that. 1 more lap to go after this. Nice corner. Getting everything I can out of the car right now. And this is actually bad for Ericsson because now all the cars that he was a sizable distance away from them, had a good gap between him and Riccardo, are now right next to him. I should be able to pull away from Ericsson unless I'm making silly mistakes. Three temps up in the second sector, so I'm definitely pumping in some nice sector times. Around the final corner. Should set new fastest lap of the race.
This is your final lap of the race.
Outside of that DRS zone, just in case.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Okay, should be fine. Hopefully. Gearbox, please stay with me. Don't need to be losing any gears on this final lap.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
Come around the last 2 corners to continue my win streak. 3 race wins in a row as I come through to win the Austrian Grand Prix.
Superb driving. That's the race win.
Controlled the race from start to finish. Very happy with that performance.
So as they climb out of the car, the Red Bull team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly well-deserved win. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the
Bottas in
advantage.
4th. Nicely done for him.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We
Got
need
Red Bull
fighting at the front.
first
They
and
do an
third.
incredible amount for Formula
Well done
One,
to Ericsson
and that's
for getting on the
another
podium.
winner's trophy
Second
heading
place.
back to Milton Keynes. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the drivers'
Okay, let's have a quick look at the
Campbell
standings.
increases their
Increase my lead,
championship
31
Now then,
points.
Anthony Davidson,
Pretty good with
who
that.
was your driver of the
Hamilton's
day?
moved up,
Well, I have to
Leclerc's
give it
moved
to Lewis
down,
Hamilton. You know,
Bottas
he was just
moved
the
up,
kind of driver
Vettel's
you'd
moved down
expect from
obviously
an
because he
multiple world
retired.
champion.
And here's how
Constructors
things are shaping up in the
increased our gap even
Constructors
further, 70
Red
points.
Bull have extended their lead
Mercedes
over
up,
the championship.
Ferrari's down.
There was also a strong
You'd
showing
expect
from
that.
the Mercedes team today as
Alright. Gonna end the stream. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. This will be as usual. Are in the
fans
description
really
box
seem
down
to enjoy
below.
that. You made it look easy. You took the top points today. Was it a
Okay.
comfortable win?
Yep. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and
Everything went your
subscribe.
way
Thank you
today.
very much for
It
watching.
looked like you had a really good
Hope to see you again in my
strategy
next
for the
video.
race.
Okay.
Appreciate your
Latest.
time.